Hello, good morning. I think all of you are fine. In the last class, we discussed about the bar graph. Okay, today we will discuss about the histogram. Histogram is nothing but a graphical presentation of frequency distribution in an exclusive form of rectangles with the class interval as base. This is nothing but the rectangles graphical representation, and the representation is nothing but rectangles whose base are the class intervals, represents the class intervals, and height represents the what frequencies of the corresponding class intervals. Okay, the difference between the bar graph and histogram is that bar graph is also rectangle, this is also rectangle, but in the bar graph there is an equal gap between each and every bars or rectangles, but here there is no gap between any two successive rectangles. Okay, how to draw? On x-axis we will take the class intervals, on x-axis we will take the class intervals, and on y-axis the corresponding frequencies, and we will draw the rectangles. Okay, in the same thing, same way, whatever we have done in the bar graph, two lines, a perpendicular, one is horizontal and another is vertical. This is known as x-axis, this is known as y-axis, and they intersect at O. This is origin, and we'll start from here. The origin means our x value is 0, and y value is also 0. That is the origin. But the thing here is the class interval. We'll take the class interval, and here we'll take the frequency. Okay, along y-axis is the frequency, along x-axis is the class interval, along y-axis is the frequency. But be careful here. One thing is that if it is 0 to 10, this type of 10 to 20, 20 to 30, start from 0, we will take 0, this is 0, 10, 20, 30, in this way, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, in this way. But if it is suppose 110 to 120, 120 to 130, this length is 10, this length is also 10, but if we do here that 110, 120, 130, this is wrong, because the length is, see, this length is 110 unit, this length is 10 unit, so it is not justified, so for that what we will do, we will do in this way. This is the y origin O, here this is gap, we will take a zigzag line, will draw, and this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and this nearby this one point will take that, and it is divided by 110. This zigzag line means this is a big gap, okay, that compressed, and 110 it is nearby origin, 110, then 120, then 130. This is the actual things, the scientific and correct things. This is not the correct things if we start from 110, because as if the class interval is start from the hill, not start from the 0. Okay, we'll take it this way. Clear? And one more thing is that this is continuous, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. But if it is 0 to 9, suppose 0 to 9, and then 10 to 19, then 20 to 29, this is not continuous, 9, 0, 9, 10, 19, 20. So it is difficult to draw. In that case, we have to modify this class interval. How to modify it? We have to make it continuous. How to make? So from the lower limit, we have to subtract 0.5. The 0.5. This is the factor. We have to subtract 0.5 from the lower limit, and we have to add 0.5 with the upper limit. That is minus 0.5 to 9.5. 10 minus 0.5, that is 9.5, and 19 plus 0.5 is 19.5. 20 minus 0.5 is 19.5, and this is 29.5. Now see, they are same. It is continuous. That time we can draw the histogram easily. Okay, this will not create a problem. So be careful. You have to keep these things in your mind. What is the histogram? Histogram is a graphical representation of frequency distribution in an exclusive form, in the form of rectangles with class intervals as bases and corresponding frequencies as heights. and there will be no gap between any two successive rectangles. Okay, class intervals will be on x-axis and the frequencies will be on the y-axis. Let's see one question. With the help of these questions, it will be clear to us. Let's see the question. The question is what? This is also a textbook question we have taken here. What is the question? Question is that the length of 40 leaves of a plant are measured correct to 1 millimeter and the obtained the data is represented in the following table. Draw the histogram of this table. Draw the histogram for the data. So you have to draw the histogram for the data. Now we will observe the data. What is the data is given? The class interval is on 1, 1, 8 and 2, 1 to 6. The length of the class interval is what? 1 and 8 to 1 to 6, that is 9. If we subtract, what will get? 1 to 6 minus 1 on 8, that is 8 plus 1. It is starting from 1 to 6, so 8 plus 1 is 9. The length of the class interval is 9 and it is same for each and every class intervals. And these are the frequency of the class intervals. Okay, we have to draw that. But here see, the class interval is not started from 0. This is one point we have to keep in mind. Another thing is that the see upper limit of the first interval and lower limit of the second interval are not same. So this is not continuous. So we have to modify this table first. So modified table is what? Modified table. We have to modify it first. So 0.5 we have to subtract from the lower limit and 0.5 we have to add with the upper limit. So length in mm, millimeter. Mm means millimeter. And number of leaves. Number of leaves. So 117.5 to 126.5, that is 3. In this way it will come 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So first we have to modify it. Then 126.5 to 135.5. Then 135.5 to 144.5. 144.5 to 153.5. 153.5 to 162.5. 162.5 to 171.5. 171.5 to 180.5. And the frequencies are this way: 3, 5, 9, 12, then 5, then 4, and 2. Now with the help of scale we will draw the x-axis and y-axis. Okay, let's see the x-axis and y-axis. We will draw the x-axis and y-axis. You can draw in the graph paper also, you can draw in the blank paper also. That is our choice. If graph paper is supplied, the example we will draw with the help of this is 0 origin, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. This is the class interval, this is the class interval, and this is the frequency, you write frequency. Now start from 117.5. So start from 117.5, we have to draw a zigzag line here, first starting. Okay, 117.5, and before that, what point we'll get? We have to subtract what? 9. If we subtract 9, what will we get? 9 or 8. See, 126.5 by 117.5, then it is 9. 117.5 minus 9, then what will get? 108.5. So before that, 1 point you can take. This is 108.5. This is 117.5. This is what? Same length. Okay. Then next is 126.5. Next is 126.5, 135.5. Next is what? 144.5. Next is 153.5. Next is 162.5. Next is what? 171.5. And last one is 180.5. From here to here, each and every points, lower limits of the each interval and the upper limits of the last interval we have to mark. Now the scene, the interval is what? First interval is what? 117.5 to 126.5. We can take highest is what? 12. So according to our frequency we will give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So first thing is 3. So which is 3? Up to this much 3. So we'll draw up to 3. This is 117.5 on to 6.5. Up to this much is 3. Okay. So be careful. The height should be according to that. This is 3. This is 3. This is 3. Next is 1 to 6.5. First one gone. Second 1 to 6.5 to 135. There is 5. This is 5. Up to this much is 5. Next is 5. So better to draw in this way. Then it will be easy to draw. 1 to 5. This is 1 to 5. This line should be straight. Okay. This is 3. This is 5. Next is 9. Which is 9? This is 9. Next is 9. Draw 9. And it will be easy to draw. With the help of pencil you draw. Otherwise, if something wrong, again you prove it. This is 9. This is 9. Next is 12. This is 12. This length is 12. This length is 12. This is 12. Next is again 5. 5 already we have drawn one, so no problem. This is 5. So this is 5. Next is 4. This is 4. This is 4. And last one is 2. 1, 2. This is 2. And scale we can write scale. Scale, this represents this one. Okay. Actually the scale depends on the frequency. Here 10. Suppose if we take with the help of the scale, here we are taking 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. One leaf. We are taking that 1 centimeter, 1 leaf. Okay. 1 centimeter is 1 leaf. That is taken this scale. And this is the histogram. In the bar graph, the gap was there, but in case of histogram, no gap. If you have available time, you can make the design. That is your choice, your wish, what you will do. But not that much dark, just light shade you can put. And it should not become outside of the histogram. This is known as the histogram. I think it is clear to you, and if you practice more, you'll understand more. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, and you can send a SMS in the inbox. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.